Hello everybody. Today is Sunday, May 17th. I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I had a rough week. I started physical therapy on Monday for my hip that needs a total replacement. I'm fighting that off for as long as I can, as well as my lumbar spine that needs lumbar surgery again. I am fighting that off for as long as I can. I don't want any surgery to my spinal canal. That's where every bit of neuron, motor, sensory nerve runs, and I don't want to risk anything to the lumbar spine. So I was in physical therapy on Monday. They were doing some maneuvers, laid me down, sat me up. I got really dizzy, really bad. She looked in my eyes. She could see them doing crazy side to sides called nystagmus, where the eyes are just going back and forth, and that's probably what makes you dizzy, because the eyeballs are going crazy. I proceeded to be nauseous, threw up. She felt that there were some crystals in my ears, so she did some epilay maneuvers. I sat up, felt good, finished filling out my paperwork. She said, I want to show you some homework, laid me back down. Again, I was dizzy. I didn't even tell her I was dizzy this time. She just looked at my eyes. She said, you're dizzy again, aren't you? I said, yes, I am. I said, get that trash can ready. So here I go again, nauseous, throwing up. She said, that's it. You're going to the emergency room. So all day Monday, I went through the emergency room. They wanted to admit me, but I'm just like anybody else. I don't want to be at the hospital if I don't have to. And Gary promised to take good care of me, which he does. So they let me go home with the warning that if I keep on walking to the right side into walls, to come on back. Well, the medicine that they gave me Monday wore off. Tuesday, I'm getting dressed, ready to go to work. I'm feeling tired, exhausted, but I thought that I had enough energy to get through my 12-hour shift. So I'm like, let's go do this. As I'm getting ready, I go downstairs, turn around. Next thing I know, I'm walking to the right, and I'm in a full bout dizzy spell again. So I said, okay, Gary, you know I'm not one for wanting to go to the emergency room, but let's go back. So I spent all day in the hospital on Tuesday. Again, they wanted to admit me, but this time they did imaging. It's good to have people you know. My supervisor was able to get my CAT scan and my MRI of the brain approved, because those are things that aren't necessarily approved while you're in the emergency room. They wanted to rule out stroke or tumors. None of that stuff going on. They feel it's something with my inner ear, gave me a referral to go see an ENT. So I'm going there on Monday. They think it's still something in my ear. So all week, I'm in bed, I'm being a lazy head. I noticed that when my medicine wears off, it's time for me to take it, because I'm getting dizzy again. So the dizziness is always there unless I'm on my meds. And luckily, towards the end of the week, I wasn't taking the meds 3 times a day, reduced to twice, and now it's down to 1 day. However, yesterday I did go yard sale hopping, and I was exhausted, just exhausted. We didn't last very long at all. I think by noon we were done. We went to have lunch. We went to Harpoons on the Bay, one of my favorite places ever to go. I was tired, Gary was tired. We took a nap on the beach. It was very nice. Got up, I'm dizzy again, and nauseous, throwing up right in front of Harpoons, right in the dunes. So Gary brought me home, put me to bed. 3:00 p.m. I went to bed. I did not wake up again until 6 a.m. this morning. So I need to go see what's going on. That'll be on Monday after my physical therapy. So that's what my week has been. Pretty crazy. Gary said he thinks it's because my body is saying, yo, you're not as young as you used to be. You are 62. Slow it down. You'll be 63 in 2 months. You know, young spring chicken. I don't think I do a lot to begin with, but he does, so matter of opinion. But my body is telling me I ain't doing it. So I took a week and I stayed in bed and bored to death and hated every minute of it. Did get some credits done, because my credits are due. We have to get 24 credits a year in order to maintain our licensures in radiology. So I got 14 out of 24, 10 more to go by the end of next month. I'll get it. But I took advantage of that while I could. But we're here about eBay and Facebook Marketplace. No Facebook Marketplace sales this week, but we ended the week on Saturday with one sale for me I sold this native Navajo mug. It was listed Native Northwest Matriarch Bear by Morgan Asloff. I can just tell you what's on the bottom. I don't know much about it. A lot of times I buy items that just appeal to my eye, but I have no idea what they are. This does have the artist's name on it, so I figured it has some value. I had it listed for $17.99. He brought in an offer of $12, explaining that he asked so low because the shipping is so high. And the shipping is high, I agree. And when something weighs 2 pounds like this, or over 1 pound, I always go down a pound because shipping is so high. So I totally got it. I accepted his $12 bid. And even with his $12 bid, after shipping and the sales tax, he paid $24.43 for this mug. Crazy that he paid just as much for shipping and taxes as he did for the mug. Actually 43 cents more than what he paid for the mug. But that's going to go out today. Gary already wrapped his 2 things. I was just too tired to take his video. But he made 2 sales, and he's like, oh, they're little sales, no big deal. But each of the sales are equal to a gallon of gas, so I'm letting you know what he sold. I'll put pictures up here so you can see. But the first thing was something that he had listed over a year ago, July 3rd of 2025. It was a VHS tape. It was a horror movie from 1989 called The Visitor at Bayside. Don't come near my bay. No horrors in my bay. That was listed and sold at full asking price of $5 and a penny. So he sold that, and he also sold a new, in the package, even though it's vintage, a stamped radiator cap. Again, this was listed June 30th of 2025 for $8.99. He took a best offer of $5 of May 16th. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Come again. Thumbs up, leave a comment. That way I know you're watching. All right? Thank you. 2 sales. The first one being 14 piece of Shopkins. This was started in 2013, where they are miniature little pieces where they took different shopping sprees. This particular one was for groceries and makeup. You can see that these little 6 set of eggs has different faces, as well as these cupcakes. They come with their own little face. They're itty bitty. Here's another little cupcake, smaller than the last one. And then here we have just a jar of cherries, a lotion, and a lipstick. And of course you can't go shopping without your shopping bag. So 14 pieces. This was listed on March the 23rd and sold May 18th for the full asking price of $14.99. The other thing we sold was this Pier 1 plastic melamine tray. This was listed on August 6th of 2025 for $16.10, but I got an offer of $12 on May 21st, so I took it. So 2 quick sales. Here they go, out the door. Gary sold this stoneware pitcher. It's stenciled with blue cabin, blue log cabin. On the bottom it has VF. I don't make out anything else, but this sold for $19.99. It was listed on August 28th, sold May 21st for full asking price of $19.99 plus shipping. It comes with a lid. There you go. We have a sale. This is a blue cobalt miniature oil lamp, hurricane oil lamp, made in Taiwan, approximately from 1970. So it's not an antique, but it is vintage. It was listed for $22.55. We took a best offer of $19.99. Sold in 3 weeks. We did venture to the boardwalk to see the kites. The fog was so thick we really couldn't see anything at all. We did get the pictures by the Wildwood signs, and then we ventured down to the beach. Our granddaughter absolutely loved it. She was dancing, showed how happy she was that we gave Mama big hugs.
She finally made it to the water and just sat there in awesome wonder. Unfortunately, some of the kites were land-bound, like the land shark. I don't think it was supposed to be a land shark, but man was down, shark was down. But we made the best of it. We enjoyed it. We would like to see it without the fog, but we made the best of it. Hope you enjoyed our video. Please come back, thumbs up, leave a comment. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye.